Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be diving into a fascinating topic, one that I've personally been very curious about for a very long time. And that is, why are Thai people so happy? Why do they seem naturally friendly, upbeat, positive, and always ready with a smile? What is it about Thailand and its culture that produces this warmth, this friendliness, and this constant sense of joy that so many visitors talk about every time they decide to go and venture to Thailand? Because I've been to Thailand and it's amazing, and you'll know if you've been to Thailand exactly what I mean. You step off the plane, then when you walk through the streets, you go into the shops, the markets, the bars, the restaurants, and what do you notice straight away is that people are smiling, people are laughing, people are chatting with you in a light-hearted, genuine, welcoming way. And when you compare that to the UK, where, let's be bloody honest, so many people look fed up, stressed, and worn down, you then walk on a street in England and it's very, very rare to make eye contact with someone, let alone get a smile back. So what's going on here? That's what I want to unpack today. I want to dig deep into the cultural, social, and even psychological reasons behind why Thai people are so friendly, and also ask the big question: what can we learn from them? And what can we as UK citizens or as Westerners in general do to bring a bit of that Thai style positivity into our own lives? So let's break it down, because in this video you're going to find out everything, starting right now. Right, okay, let's first talk about the Thai smile. The Thailand is famously known as the land of smiles, and that's not just a tourist slogan, it's something you actually experience when you're there. Smiling in Thailand isn't just about showing happiness, it's also a part of communication in Thai culture. A smile can mean many different things. It can mean friendliness, politeness, gratitude, embarrassment, even apology. You see, it's a way of maintaining harmony and social interactions. See, Thai society places a huge emphasis on avoiding conflict and maintaining what they call a sanuk and a sabel. These are two cultural values that are absolutely key to understanding the Thai mindset. Let's talk about Sanuk, which Sanuk means fun. Life should be enjoyable. Work should have an element of play in it. Even chaos or chores or everyday responsibilities are approached with the same light-hearted attitude. So sabai means comfort or relaxation. It's about being at ease, being content, not getting too stressed or uptight. When you combine Sanuk and Sabai, you get a society where people actively try to keep things positive, light, and harmonious. And smiling is a natural extension of this. So if we look at the Buddhism mindset, now a huge influence is religion. Around 95% of Thais are actually Buddhists, specifically Theravada Buddhists. And These Buddhist teachings have values like compassion, kindness, patience, and detachment from any sort of negative emotion, which we bloody don't do that because we're British. But we'll get into that in a minute. Think about it. If from a young age you're taught that anger and conflict are destructive, that life is very important to you, and this is what you're taught, and that true happiness comes from within, you're going to grow up with a different outlook compared to someone who grows up in a culture of competition and stress, which we often do being British. You see, in Thailand, this general acceptance of life's ups and downs is okay. People don't take themselves too serious. They laugh at mistakes. They let things go. They don't hold grudges in the same way that we often do in the West. And because of that, they seem lighter, more at peace, more willing to just enjoy the present moment, whether that's sharing a smile, sharing a meal, just chatting with a stranger, or just communicating gently and nicely at a bar with a customer. Another big difference is social structure. Thailand is a collective society. That means community, families, and group harmony are more important than individual ambition or personal gain. In other words, you wouldn't see a group of Thai people and then you have one of them who's arrogant, cocky, and full of themselves. Because what does that do? It goes against the harmony, and they don't want that, do they? They want harmony. You see, in a collective cultures, people are raised to think about how their actions affect others. So smiling, being friendly, and keeping peace are ways of strengthening them social bonds. It's expected and encouraged through the Thais from a very young age. Now, the UK, on the other hand, is an individual society. We value independence, personal rights, and standing out from the crowd. That has its strengths, of course, which creates innovation, freedom of choice, personal success. But the downside is that people can become more isolated, competitive, and sometimes even hostile towards strangers. That is why in Thailand, even if you're not family, you're often treated like you are part of their family. There's a warmth, a sense that you belong, even if you're a tourist just simply passing through. People want to make you feel included because harmony and friendliness are cultural priorities. Now, here's an interesting point. Thailand is not the richest country in the world. Many people live on a modest income compared to the Western standards, and yet, despite having less material things, they often seem a lot happier. But then you've got to ask yourself, but why is that? Well, it's all about perspectives. In Thai culture, happiness doesn't come from material possessions in the same way it often does in the West. It comes from relationships, experiences, and day-to-day enjoyment. The contrast is completely different. The contrast that with the UK, where we live in a consumer-driven society, people are bombarded by advertising and told that they need the latest phone, the biggest house, the nicest car, and when they don't have those things, they feel what? Inadequate. We're brainwashed in the West to consume, to buy, but in Thailand they're not. They don't care. You see, in Thailand, the expectation is different. Contentment comes from appreciating what you do have, not stressing about what you don't have. And that shift in mindset alone explains a lot of the positivity that you see when visiting Thailand. Let's not forget that Thailand has built a huge part of its economy on tourism. Millions of visitors come every year, and hospitality is ingrained into their culture. When you walk into a bar in Bangkok or a restaurant in Phuket or on a beach hut in Koh Samui, the friendliness that you will receive is encouraged. It isn't fake, it's genuine, but it's also professional. Thai people take pride in being welcoming. They take value. It means something. Respect. They want to give as much as they can because that's ingrained into them. That's the Buddhist way. And here's the thing. When friendliness becomes part of everyday life, it enforces itself. It becomes a habit. A smile here, a laugh there, treating strangers kindly, then over time it just becomes who you are. So now let's turn the mirror back on ourselves. Why does the UK often feel the complete opposite to somewhere like Thailand? Well, for one thing, we have a very different climate. Constant grey skies, rain, cold weather. It does affect our mood, and sunshine obviously boosts our mood, which creates serotonin. And in Thailand, obviously, it's a lot warmer and they get plenty of that, don't they? So yeah, that makes a massive difference to do with the climatization, in other words, the weather that they receive compared to the weather that we just get. But it's not just about the weather, it's also about cultural conditioning. In Britain, we have this tradition of being reserved or keeping a stiff upper lip. We don't talk to strangers easily. We're suspicious of people who are too cheerful, and smiling at someone on the street can sometimes get you a funny look. Believe me, I've done it. I'm a very friendly person. If I smile at someone, most of them go, "Oh, what's he smiling at? What's his intention?" But my culture is British, but I'm still naturally a friendly person. But you see how people interact with you. But when I'm in Thailand, if I smile at someone, they invite me into the house for a bloody meal. Now add to that the stress of modern life. Long commutes, high living costs, workplace pressure, constant news about political and economical problems. It's no bloody wonder that people in the UK and in the Western world look so bloody miserable. But here is the key. It doesn't have to be that way. Remember that. It doesn't have to be that way. You can change it. You can do anything you bloody want. So what can we learn about the Thai way? How can we adopt that into our own psyche and feel better about ourselves and get a better outcome? So what can we do? What can we, as people in the UK or in any Western country, learn from Thailand to bring more positivity in our lives? Well, I think there are several lessons, and I'm going to share them with you now. I think the first one would be number one, obviously, which is just smile more. It sounds simple, but smiling changes your mood and the mood of those around you. So try smiling at strangers. See what happens. It can break down barriers literally instantly, because when you smile at someone, you're just saying, "I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat. It's okay. I'm just smiling. Everything's all right." You smile. It's a sensation. It's like you don't frown at a baby, you smile at a baby. So why aren't you doing that with bloody adults? It's the same thing. We're just big bloody babies at the end of the day, aren't we? We all need attention. We all need connection. Number two is focus on relationships, not possessions. Spend more time with family and friends and prioritize human connection over material wealth. That's where true happiness lies. Now, you might say, well, I've got no friends and I've got no family. And if that's the case, you can make friends. You can make friends right now. Just go outside and smile at the world, and they'll smile back. Before you know it, you've got loads of friends. That's how easy it is. Treat people as you want to be treated. Be friendly and you will make friends. It's not bloody rocket science, is it? You just need to practice. And that comes on to number 3, which is practice Sanuk and Sabai. Find joy in little things. Don't take life so serious. Just relax. Add fun into your daily routine. And then number 4 would be adopt a Buddhist attitude. Doesn't mean you have to be a Buddhist. Just adopt that sort of attitude towards things. You don't need to become religious, but you can borrow the mindset. Let's go off grudges. Instead, practice kindness. Accept life's ups and downs without resistance. So if things don't go your way, don't get angry. Say it's okay. It is what it is. Let the dead bury the dead. Everything's going to be all right. And it will. Everything will be all right. Number 5 could be more collective. Think about the group, not just yourself. Help others. Be considerate. Create harmony in your community. Number 6 could be hospitality. Make it as a habit, meaning treat strangers as guests. Often kindness without expecting anything in return. You'll be amazed at how much positivity it brings back into your own life. You get what you give. Does that make sense? You get what you give. Number 8 is the bigger picture. At the end of the day, happiness isn't about geography. It's not about whether you live in Thailand or the UK. It's about mindset. Thai people are friendly because of their culture, religion, and social values are encouraged, and they're encouraged to be friendly. They have a positive attitude because they built systems, both social and personal, that are reinforced with positivity. If they can do it, so can you. And we can do the same. And it's all about changing things called habits, changing the way we see the world, and choosing to live with a smile rather than a frown. Right, so my closing thoughts on this, let's go into it a little bit. So the next time you see a Thai person smiling, remember it's not just about being cheerful, it's a whole way of life. It's about harmony, community, and acceptance and joy. And maybe that's the lesson we can take with us, that happiness isn't about waiting for a perfect condition, the perfect weather, or the perfect job. It's all about how you approach your life, how you treat people, and how you choose to see the world around you. Thailand has literally mastered the art of smiling through life, and I think we all could learn something from that. True? True. So hope you've learned something. And guys, thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to click that like button, because then more people get to see this video, and comment on it. And when I say comment because what are your thoughts? Have you been to Thailand? Let me know, share it, because when you put a comment, people read it. And by you adding something to this video, by commenting to it, you're building a community. Remember, you get what you give. So give a comment. It doesn't cost anything. All it costs is you expressing yourself. And you're a human being. You should do that, shouldn't you, really? So remember, like the video, comment on it, because I want to know your perspective and your thoughts and your experience on Thailand or the way of Thailand. And if you've got stories about Thailand that you've had, positive or negative, share it with the group. That's what it's all about. And hopefully, if you've not been to Thailand, you will get the chance to go one day. And it's not as expensive as you think. Yes, the flights can be expensive, but that's the British thing, isn't it? But accommodation and things like that is ridiculously cheap. And is it worth it? Bloody hell it is. It really is. But anyway, guys, until next time, thank you for watching. And remember, smile and the world will smile with you. But if you cry, you'll cry alone. See you later, guys.